hardly lost it all in high school and college,
Yeah.
and here he is, second year, 2 coaches and the whole bit, and still not having the kind of success that he's used to having.
Yeah.
As a veteran, is there anything that you tell him or have any conversations about making sure that that stuff doesn't creep in?
Sure. I'm sure from a very, very young age, there's a lot of expectation to go along with Trevor and the winning statistics that he's had in high school and college. But I would tell him this, not everybody likes Michael Jordan, not everybody likes LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? And those are two of the most decorated type people who won championships, and someone's still going to find something wrong with them. Someone's still not going to like them for whatever reason. So he could be doing everything right now, and someone's still not going to like him for a particular reason. But his struggles, we all have struggles. No one's lost trust in him. Everyone has faith in him. The wide receiver room has faith in him. And I would hope in return he has the same sort of trust in us. So I'm behind 16. I know that Christian and all these guys are. Let's just not panic. Let's just let him breathe and let him do his thing, and he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, middle of the season here, sometimes you see a team that'll get tight and start trying to make too much of a play.
Sure.
You still have to kind of lay back and do your thing without making too much of it, don't you?
Yeah. Just letting the game flow to you and being patient with. There's going to be growing pains in every aspect, but not forcing things. And I think the one thing I'd say that this team has done very well is I've been on some other teams that have some experience in this league, and it's easy to get in this position and start pointing fingers. And I feel as though this team has really meshed well together. I think everyone's holding themselves accountable and looking in the mirror at what they could have done better. And no one's starting it's their fault, it's his fault, it's the coach's fault, it's the players can't. No one's done that yet, at least I haven't heard it. So I think it's a safe space for us to just look at each other, hold them accountable, hold ourselves accountable, and move forward. But it's a fun locker room to still come into and come to work in.
Can you put your finger on why some locker rooms don't turn on each other and why some do?
I got to give a credit to ownership and our management as far as bringing certain types of people in here, the culture that they want, going out into free agency and grabbing someone like Marv, grabbing someone like Christian. These are handpicked people to be here to help build a strong foundation for a culture. So I won't knock anybody, but if you don't get the person right, the player could be great, the player can be bad, but if the person's not right, I think that's how a locker room falls apart. And I feel like we have some really key ingredients here in this locker room of guys who just embrace their role, embrace where they're at. And I'll tell you what, not everyone I know goes into an NFL locker room and still enjoying what they're doing despite their record. And this is a place where, turn around, guys are playing ping pong, and someone's going, oh, they're playing ping pong, that's why you can't. But, we love each other.
Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah,
ping pong.
Yeah. Backhand, front hand, there you go.
Thanks, Zay. Appreciate it.
Zay, how do you balance? This is such a week-to-week league, right? But you see moves like yesterday with Calvin Ridley to the future, and you see Coach Peterson, his first year here, and it seems like at times such a long-term view, which is a good thing. But how do you, as a player, balance that?
I just think having a telescope, microscope type perspective, right? So you have this telescope where you can look out there and you can see it's like the 5%. I think Rich Bisaccia actually taught me that. Like, you see the 5% out there, and then you come back and focus in the microscopes at 95%. So I think to the talent and the speed and the route running ability and the explosiveness that Calvin has is going to add to this room. It's going to be phenomenal for us for the future. That's right now. We focus on the men who are here, the men who have been working here, and we just stay the course. And we don't panic. We don't get flustered. We carry on.
And as a whole, I think, especially with social media, the patience just doesn't exist anymore. And I heard you talking about it with Trevor, especially. I go back to week 4 after Los Angeles, and everyone was on such a high.
Sure.
And now it's more of a low. It's really not that big of a difference time-wise. So how important is that patience and maybe getting off social media as well?
Sure. I think we live in a society where instant gratification is what everyone wants. There's not a whole lot of patience, right? And love is patient. So just continue to just be present. Understand that's going to be a process of growing, and success is not always just like this linear trajectory. Sometimes it takes some dips, sometimes it takes some lapses, and just trusting everyone in the locker room, and ultimately know if you're growing and you're getting better and you're doing things positive every single day, don't focus on the result. The result's going to come with it, and I really truly feel like that's what's going to happen for this football team in the future.
Thank you, Zay.
Yep.